Alright guys, what's going on? Another video here today. I'm going to be going ahead and removing this crusty OEM steering wheel from my EK hatch. I used to have an EP3 one on here, but I sold it so I can run a quick release setup. So I have a NRG quick release right here. Here's one part of it. Here's the other. I have an NRG short hub. I have an OEM grounding metal piece from Honda. That way I can have a functioning horn. I have a Momo steering wheel. Now I'll go ahead and do a quick unboxing with this thing. So I went ahead and bought the black with red stitching. Went with that one because my Recaros also are black with red stitching. So I figured, why not match the interior? Bam, look at this thing. You know, for the price, you can't beat it. It's pretty good quality. And definitely gonna love the way this looks in the car. It's very nice. I also bought one for the EG. So here's that. And we're gonna go ahead and remove that thing and get started on the process. And I'll take you guys through step by step. All right, guys, safety first. Whenever you're dealing with anything electrical, remove the ground from the battery so people don't go getting fried like fish. And since I recently swapped the steering wheel out with the EP3, I only have 10mm bolts holding this thing together. So I got one right there, one right there. Normally these cars come with security bits, but 10mm, you know, works just fine. So we're gonna remove this real quick and then try to figure out a proper grounding spot for the horn. All right, so the horn is removed now. Next thing to remove is the nut off of the steering column, which holds the steering wheel onto the column. Something I just saw here, this is pretty cool. Brandon Andrews, 4/30/2010. That's an old autograph. Shout out to Brandon Andrews, whoever you are. But yeah, taking this off and then put the hub on. So in 3, 2, 1, bam. Now it's off. Going to take the lock spring out now, since it's not really used after having a short hub on the vehicle. So take this off, put the hub on, just walk you through the steps real quick. All right, so for this vehicle, to remove the clock spring, as you see, there's 2 Phillips heads right here. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the trim pieces. There's a screw here as well. Once those are loose, this will come apart, and then take these 2 out, pull it off. So it looks like for the clock spring, these 2 wires have to be removed in order to take it off. So they run to this yellow connector here. I'm taking this panel out as we speak. Once this panel comes out, I'll have more clearance to be able to actually fish my hand back here, disconnect that yellow connector, and then work on figuring out where the power is for the horn. That way the horn can function on this quick release setup. All right, so 2 things. 1, this car is dusty as hell. 2, this was a bitch because it's such a tight spot. You need a flathead screwdriver that size, because these clips are tough. It's a good fight, but I won. All right. All right, so that wire is for the horn?
Yeah, this blue wire right here. This will route up through here. Factory. Then with the little grounding piece, we'll probably put it right here or something. With a spade connector, and then connect that, and then that'll tee off to the hub right here.
We just spent like a good 5-10 minutes trying to figure out the ground point for the horn. So before you waste your time trying to figure it out, the grounding point is right here in that tab. So now that we figured it out, we're gonna run a wire for the horn. That way my horn can function with the quick release setup. All right, so it looks like we got a factory mounting location for that metal tab that I bought on eBay, mounted right there in the factory location. The metal was bent slightly, and that should give us the ground for the horn, because who doesn't want a horn nowadays? Road rage. Got the horn hooked up now, thanks to Julio Tech. All right, so now he's gonna be putting some of the bolts in there, and we're gonna make sure that the button works properly with the horn. All right, so this is how it looks so far with the hub and the base for the quick release. We put some electrical tape here because we want to prevent the metal ground from making contact with this in the future, and then potentially have the horn go off 24/7. So just some preventative measures. That's how it looks so far. Next step is to install the quick release as well as the steering wheel. Make sure it's straight, and make sure the horn works. Just do it one time for the camera. Works. There we go. Buttoned up. Man, it looks so good in here. All right, here is the finished product. Put the plastic back on the car as well as the steering column, and this thing looks gorgeous. I love it. Definitely worth the upgrade. Definitely worth the upgrade. Take it for a test drive. Make sure this thing is on straight with the wheels. If not, remove the quick release off, fix the hub until it's straight, and then yeah. Man, I just love the way this steering wheel fits in this car. Like, this is probably the best $200 to $250 spent. That's the price range these go, depending where you buy it. I just love the red accents, the way it feels. Matches the Recaros in here as well. I'm very excited for this, and to just start driving it like this as well. You know, everything works. The horn works properly. Big shout out to Julio, always coming in clutch with his knowledge and his help. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do half the car stuff I'm doing now, and I definitely have learned so much from him. So I shout out to him all the time. Now I'm gonna drive this around, see how it feels, and make sure it's aligned with the wheels, and then that's pretty much it for the day. So